check out that sunshine before the storm. What's up, everybody? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha, and look who I am back with.
Lateef.
He like,
in the building.
Lateef is in the building. Lateef is going to be in the building all month long in various different spots. In case you guys don't know, Mr. Lateef is the promoter extraordinaire, and he is out promoting all types of events. So let's jump off the first event that you got coming up. Actually, it's before my event, and it's going to be, where is that at, Mr. Lateef? Good morning, everybody. The sun is shining, the storm is coming. So y'all better celebrate Black History in the house, okay? So what you got coming up? We got that's going
for
down.
all the lovers out there celebrating Valentine's Day, and I know a lot of people is going to the comedy show at the Wilstein Center.
What comedy show? Hold on, wait a minute.
The comedy show?
I've been in the salon all day. What
you
comedy?
don't know about the comedy show?
What comedy show?
The comedy show with my man Cedric the Entertainer.
Cedric said it's coming to Cleveland, and I didn't know anything about it.
DL Hughley.
Cedric, DL. Cedric, I want to see
Cole.
you. DL, I don't even know who DL.
Nephew Tommy.
Nephew.
It's a star-studded comedy show at the Wilstein this Friday. And of course, your favorite restaurant, Chicago Chicken and Waffles, will be hosting an after party. And then come on down before the show, have a couple of drinks, get something to eat. After the show, come eat. If you don't go to the show, come to the restaurant.
I don't have any tickets, so can I still come down there?
Of course.
Okay, so you know what? They have a drink. They have a drink at the Chicago Chicken and Waffles called the Danny Green, and Mayor Michael Booker, he hipped us onto this drink, and it smokes. It's very fascinating. So I'm going to go down there
and get
just
to
check out the Danny Green. It's a very cool drink, which only a mayor would know something about, because that's hood rats, you know, we don't know nothing about that. So if you want to level up your drink game, then come on down to Chicago Chicken and Waffles. It's going to be Friday evening. I never get a chance to go out, so I want to see the crowd, so I'm probably going to be down there so I can invite people to come to my event on Saturday, because as y'all know, there's a glitch in the system. So if you tried to sign up for my workshop and it was requiring you to like have a library card, you don't have to do that. You don't have to sign up, but we would prefer. So I'm going to be down there on Friday with my flyers and just doing a little like, yo, money, come check me out, and you know, get some of that good food and have me a nice little libations called Danny Green. So come down. What time do they come down there?
Okay, well, just all day. Valentine's Day is gonna be crazy. So they got a 2-for-1 special, like a couples thing.
I need somebody to go out with me.
They got a little couples thing jumping off.
Who's gonna go out with
dinner?
Me?
You know, so if you want to come down for dinner, you know, they got a good little deal going on, the 2-for-1. And
what's your favorite dish down there?
I'm always eating the fish down there.
Fish?
Yeah, I love
Okay, so they don't
fish.
just sell chicken and waffles. They have a
fish and waffles, chicken and waffles.
Fish and waffles. Who knew? Only in the United States can you get fish and waffles at Chicago Chicken and Waffles in Cleveland, Ohio. You gotta love it. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna order the 2-for-1, and the other plate is gonna be sitting across. So someone come and join me, because you know I will eat that food up. I know y'all can tell by my hips. Y'all can't see my hips, but I'm not skinny, okay? So I will eat both of those plates of food up, and
we'll make sure we have somebody come.
Somebody come sit across from me.
Somebody gonna
come sit next to me. Don't let me be lonely on Valentine's Day, okay? All right, so come meet us down at Chicago Chicken and Waffles. And you said it's pretty much all day on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, like, so if you want to come eat
for lunch,
you know,
so
lunch,
you want to take
dinner,
out
dinner
for lunch.
It's gonna be jumping, so get there.
It's really swanky in there. It's very sexy, and you know, it's really nice. And so now after the concert, people can come down
and party. We got DJ Candy Mac. He's gonna be spinning.
Candy Mac.
DJ Candy Mac is gonna be on the ones and twos.
These DJs with these names: DJ Cut So Fresh, DJ Floss, DJ Flash, DJ Crash, DJ Clue. Now we got DJ
Candy Mac.
Not Candy Man. Not Macadocious, but Candy Mac. So come out. Now, can he spin, or is he going to play the same?
Nah, DJ
tired of hearing Return of the Mac. I'm so tired of hearing the same old.
I love that song, but he can mix it up. I vouch for him.
We have to keep hearing Came Through Dripping, Drip Drip. I'm tired of dripping. You know, I want to sing something else. I'm tired. I like Cardi B.
He's going to mix it up. We're going to mix it up. Yeah, you know, make sure it's a good mixture.
And he just asked me to play one Boogie Boy song. Just one.
One
Boogie Boy.
He gonna play Fly Girl for
He gonna play Fly Girl, okay, because I'm a fly girl. You know, a fly girl is a girl who wants you to see her name, her game, and her ability. 2 gold teeth with cold cash money. You know what I'm saying? She got Gazelles and a B-bag too, fly doge. Come on, be with me on Saturday. So once you get your grub on, you can come hang out with your fly girl, LaDosha Wright, on Saturday at the Martin Luther King branch. MLK Branch Library, and that sits off 107th, and so you can just drive on, or they have free parking. The event is free, and I'm going to put the link where you can register. Now remember, I was on here the other day, and this is a true story. So Mr. Latif, did I or did I not call you up Monday? And I said, oh my gosh, no one has signed up for the event. And so I said, we've got to get the word out. And so he said, yeah. I said, we got to pray. We have to pray for some publicity. And then Channel 3 came in and gave me some publicity. But we still have to do more publicity. So I need you guys to share this video to come and join me. Miss Latif, you going to be there Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Latif's going because he's going to have some fish in his pocket, you know. He might have some, a little bit. Hey, what's up, Rashida? He might have some fish left, you know what I'm saying, in his pocket, you know.
It's not going to be in my pocket.
It's not going to be in his pocket. So
it might be in the fridge from last night from Chicken and Waffles, but it's not going to be in my pocket.
All right, and we can go. There. So Chicken and Waffles is going to be open Saturday, so maybe we can go back down to Chicken and Waffles after the MLK presentation and have some more. So if you can't get there Friday, you want to come hang out Saturday, then after we get finished, we just going to bring a whole crowd back down to Chicago Chicken and Waffles. There will be no DJ Mac. He may not be there on Saturday.
No, it's going to be just, they have music. They always have
good music.
They always have good music in the background.
And they have good food, okay? So if you're not a drinker, don't worry. They have Kool-Aid and stuff.
And they have breakfast all day.
Oh, breakfast all day.
The omelets be banging.
The omelets be banging. That's the name of that. Go on down to Chicago Chicken and Waffles. Say, I want me an omelets be banging. And what you talking about? This is by Mr. Latif. And they go, oh, yeah, we have that. So get you an omelets be banging all day at Chicago Chicken and Waffles.
Be like, I heard the omelets be banging.
The omelets be banging. We got to get that hashtag. Omelets be banging, okay? So let's blow up Chicago Chicken and Waffles and show them some love, and let's get them some business over the weekend. And then also come and join me Saturday. That's right. Saturday will be February the 15th between 2 to 4 p.m. And it's going to be a phenomenal presentation because it's Black History Month. Celebrate, honor your legacy, honor your ancestors, honor yourself, okay? And you don't have to be Black. So let me just make this clear. This workshop is not for people of color. It's for all types of people from all walks of life. So I'm going to give you just a little backdrop, because if you're wondering, why are you guys so up early in the morning? Because we just did an interview. Who did we do an interview with?
We just did an interview with Channel 5 talking about the event for Saturday.
And so what were they talking about? What were they, give them a little sneak preview of what we discussed.
Well, they were talking about how you're going to be talking at your event about hair and all the different aspects of hair, from business to the political side to, your image and, taking care of your hair, the science of hair, all types of things, all types of good little tidbits, little nuggets.
And they guess who else they interviewed? I ain't gonna say no names, but they even interviewed Mr. Latif.
So I'm gonna be on TV. Oh man.
Who would ever thunk it? You know, Doe and Latif on Channel 5. Next time, CNN, we coming at you. We coming at you. Maybe we can catch up with D.L. Hughley and we can get on one of his shows, or
get on the radio station.
We can get up on stage and tell some bad jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, get off the stage, don't you, Latif? Yeah. So come and check us out. You know, we're gonna be there. Mr. Latif's gonna be there. He always has so much information about what's going on around town, because people are like, Cleveland is so dead. So if you want to know where Cleveland is alive at, then just follow Mr. Latif. He's on all the social media platforms. Where you at, Mr. Latif, on the social media?
Instagram.
Where you at on Instagram?
DJ True.
True.
That's DJ TRUE 91 on Instagram. Latif Hughes on Facebook.
Latif Hughes on Facebook, so he went real professional. So on Facebook, he is Latif Hughes, and on Instagram, he is DJ TRU 91. So if you want to know all the happenings,
DJ TRUE.
Oh, excuse me, TRUE. Okay, so 91 on Instagram. So check him out and find out what's going on around town. There are he promotes all different types of events. So just check him out if you want to know where you can get all your backyard boogie on, your conscious information, all types of stuff going on in the community.
Businesses,
different, all kinds of stuff. All right, so also at my event, in case you're like, give me a backdrop. So the backdrop to my event is about, the racial disparities. It's about the inequality. It's about the legalities. We're going to talk about the history. We're going to talk about the science. And we're going to talk about the culture of hair. Now, to those of you who are licensed cosmetologists, I really, 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 really would love to see a lot of cosmetologists show up. If you're a barber, if you're an esthetician, if you're a nail tech, if you're a makeup artist, you know why this is a wonderful opportunity for you to show up? Because customers get to see us in another light. They get to see you from behind the chair. I can't do all the people in Cleveland. I don't know if y'all know this, but everybody in Cleveland does not come here, and everybody in Cleveland does not want to come here. So if you show up to our event, we can connect you to another platform of customers where you can promote yourself. I'll be sure to give you a shout out, because I'm all about raising the standards of the beauty industry. Now more than ever, the beauty industry, we need to unite and we need to show solidarity. I've never thought in a million years that I would have to use that word. Definitely not in my career, okay? In my social life, I can see myself using it, but in my career, I would have never thought in a million years that I would be pleading to our licensed professionals to unite and show solidarity. We need to show the public that we are here for them. The technology is taking over the beauty industry, and so we want to be a part of it. So when I say taking over, I mean that there are people who are on these social media, all these different platforms, and they are teaching customers things about hair that's totally incorrect. Now, I would have to admit, as a cosmetologist, I never wanted to do this stuff because I'm busy working. But you know what? The public is on these platforms. There are a lot of people who are looking for hairstylists, and they're not looking in the yellow pages. What are yellow pages at, Mr. Latif?
I don't know the last time I looked at a yellow pages.
They're not looking in the yellow pages. Are they doing a whole lot of word of mouth? Some. They're still doing word of mouth. But to be honest, you know where customers are looking for us at? On this thing right here that you're looking at. And so, but this is only going to take them so far. So once they look at us on this modality, they now need to see us in person. And they need to see a side of us that's not just behind that chair. So cosmetologists, barbers, nail techs, even if you're aspiring to be one, come and join us so that we can show the public that we're here. I also want to show the public that cosmetologists, we are intelligent people. And so when we talk about the legalities, I can't stress enough The House Bill 399, who's ever given me the love, I appreciate that, because the more you hit those heart buttons, the more people can see that we're online, and Facebook will move us up in the algorithm so people can check us out. But lowering the standards of education in barbering and cosmetology for the sake of the word ease is not a good thing. Mr. Latif, give your opinion of why you think less education in cosmetology, or just in general, period, why is that not a good thing?
Well, really just to break it down, it's like you don't want your hairstylist to be an $8 to $9 an hour hourly employee, because those people are not gonna have the vested interest as a licensed cosmetologist would have. So if you lower the standards, it's not gonna be good for the public, because you're just gonna have general workers, general laborers, you know, working on your hair, not giving you, or not even knowing specifics about hair and how to cater to your hair.
Yeah, and we know when people are not paid well, they don't always, enter their profession, with the highest expectations. And when I say enter, I don't mean begin, I mean walk in the door. You don't walk in the door feeling really great when you're making, $9, $10 an hour. And so when you have the option to start from there and build up, then that's a wonderful thing. But we know for a fact that when you lower educational standards, you're gonna lower pay, because that is the way to justify your pay. Anyone that's on this feed that has any level of education and experience, maybe you don't have a career where you have to have, a license or a degree, but you have to have experience. We know for a fact that when you couple education with experience in any discipline, you get to earn more money. So we see two things happening when you lower the standards of education for all the professions across board. So the first thing we see, number one, is a compromise in the quality of employees that's going to be available to do your hair. That's just number one. And then, number two, we see a stoppage in the diversity of hairstyling, because now you're going to lose the legacy of the creative part, because when companies begin to teach hairstylists how to do hair, you can best believe they're going to teach you what they want you to learn. And so your level of creativity will now be somewhat contained within the confines of that company who has another mission. And so we want to make sure that this does not happen. We need the public to be involved. We need the cosmetologists and the barbers and all of us, the nail techs, the estheticians, the makeup artists, the lash people. We all need to unite to say, no, we do not want to see this happen, and that there is no such thing as an easy education in any, facet. As much as you apply yourself, that's how easy or not apply yourself or difficult any level of education can be. But to fast track people into employment is not a good idea. You also have to understand that you're going to compromise small businesses like the Reverend's Design Team. So personally, I'm definitely going to feel some kind of way. I don't know. I know for a fact, I can't speak for any other independent contractor or any other small salon or barbershop, but I know that I don't have the capacity to train and take advantage of that employment pool that they're wanting to capitalize on. So we see a lot of different things when that happens. And, we saw it in the music industry, so give me some feedback of what you think. Remember when Napster came out? Right. How did the artists feel about Napster? Honestly.
They didn't like it.
What did they not like that you can recall back in the day? Remind them of what was Napster, because some people may not remember Napster.
Where people used to be able to just download music
for free. And so there was a big push, and the artists were like, what?
They were like, they didn't like it because they were going to get no royalties for some of their music.
And then what happened to Napster?
They eventually took Napster down.
They took Napster down, but then look who popped up. Pandora, Spotify, YouTube. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Then the music industry then had to do what? Keep it 100.
I mean, it reshaped the whole music industry.
It reshaped the whole music industry. You have to, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Because, I mean, at that time, physical sales, meaning CDs and tapes and albums, were the way you got your music. But then going into the digital age with MP3s, with Napster being able to allow you to just download anybody's music without paying for it, kind of destroyed physical sales. So then they had to get into the streaming and just develop a way people can get money and royalties for their music. So it totally reshaped. It was a real down period, and definitely took a lot of major labels and even mid-major labels for a loop, but it's now regaining.
So what did the music industry do? Like, honestly, what did that, from your, as a promoter, like, what happened? What did those record companies and independent labels, what did they do?
I mean, talent is always gonna rise to the top. So when people have talent, people are gonna support them, and then it just took the industry applying different platforms to be able for people to buy music.
And what platforms? Like, did they go digital? Did the music industry?
Yeah, basically they had to go digital.
Because
everything went like digital downloads. You know, you have even before Apple Music, you had dang, it's escaping me, but you would download
the MP3s, MP4s. Some of those.
Yeah, but you would, download music to your iPod or your phone, your Android. So, I mean, it was like the day and the age of basically the iPod
and
era,
MP3s and
MP3s
yeah.
and all that. So, and then now, it's more streaming now. It's like the big thing now.
So what you're saying is the music industry had to, we have to succumb, we have to surrender, and we have to go along, because the public was like, we don't want to buy albums and CDs. We want to hold this music in our hands. And the music industry had to figure out what, Mr. Latif?
How to adapt.
They had to figure out to adapt. So the beauty industry, if we don't figure out how to adapt to the buying styles, to the shopping patterns, to the selection patterns, to the buying options, service options. Service no longer will have to be in the hair salon. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Technology is changing the scope of cosmetology. And when you have a group of people who want to fight it and say, we want these people contained into this notion, into this space, I say to you, Pandora. I say to you, streaming. I say to you, YouTube. How many artists do you recall, can you think of, rather, whose career soared off of a YouTube upload?
Plenty of them.
Give me one, just one you can think of. They did not go into a studio. They actually went onto a YouTube, uploaded their personal made with these videos. Because I don't watch them, but I just hear about them. So,
well, I think there's one artist that I know that I think his name was Jacob Lattimore.
Jacob Lattimore,
who was an artist, but now I think he's more into acting. He was big on YouTube. And then Soulja Boy is like the godfather.
So that's his name, the one that was like Super Soak or whatever. Yeah. Super Soak, okay. So, Soulja Boy.
He the one that kind of really got the YouTube, that's how he got discovered, and that's how he made his, millions.
Right, and so, and that changed the scope of the music industry, because now the companies were saying, well, we don't want to just go to nightclubs and find these artists. We don't want to just go to a spoken word, at a nightclub. We need to get onto this platform. And so what is the attraction to these devices? Like, people who are watching me, what is this all about? Why do companies like this now?
Well, because they know everybody has a computer in their pocket, which is their phone.
And they have what? Followers. So when you have followers, that gives these companies the ability to do what? Advertise. And so the beauty industry, we cannot miss out on this. My lovely, lovely sister, love friend, the incomparable, the illustrious Mrs. Fatou Sangay, the director and the founder of the Gay and Joel Skills Academy. You guys need to follow my partner school, because they are always on social media showing the world what's happening in the smallest country on the continent of Africa. You have to understand that Banjul is like what we might call a city, and that would be like a district. But they have regions that are what we might, in America, we would call these places off the grid, where they don't have desks with computers. They don't have the jacuzzis and things that we take cars roaming across the street. These people are living in their natural surroundings that is totally different from what we're doing. But guess where they're at? They're on this device. We can teach through WhatsApp. We can teach through Google School. Do you understand? Where is the beauty industry at? In Africa, we on top of it. In Africa, in Gambia, we have a cosmetology school with a library, because the students want what? More education. So when you have people who are introducing laws that are saying that black people have a cultural or a ethnic right to hairstyles, that is the farthest thing from the truth. Because while hair braiding, yes, no denying it was in Africa. It's no denying that mankind, began, founded, whatever words you want to use, in Africa. That is not a big secret. But you do understand it was called a diaspora. They left. They did not just stay in that little pocket in Ethiopia. They went across, and these people, our ancestors, they left. And when they left, they took with them what? Culture. And with culture comes what? Education. You have to keep this in mind. And these lawmakers have completely, totally lost their freaking minds when you're talking about eliminating, reducing education, when you have something like a computer. How many of you are watching us from your phones? How many of you are watching us from a tablet? How many of you are watching us from a computer? Nobody is watching us from a TV. You can put this on your TV. You can stream this Facebook to your TV, but I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, where is it at?
On your phone.
It's on your phone. And the beauty industry, we're going to lose because we won't have the education. We need to unite, and we need to collaborate with people who make these platforms. How do you think the music industry was able to get their music into the streaming and Pandora? What do you think took place for them to have their music on Spotify? What do you think happened?
They just got it to where it was an easy upload, and once one artist did it and seeing that now they're getting compensated for their work, or they're at least getting promotions or getting people to listen to their music and be noticed, and now they're getting shows, and now they're touring.
And what about like radio stations? How does that play? Because that was another big thing. People were like, remember people used to try to get a tape into a radio station or a record? So now they're not. Are people still doing that, by the way?
Yeah, people definitely still want to get their music on the radio, but now they have other outlets that if they're not like on a major label, they don't have to go through the kind of the politics and the shucking and jiving.
But the music industry does have a professional route for these artists to go through to take advantage of what's new, what's taking place. Correct?
Yeah.
Because they don't, the music industry, they surely don't want to just have people with all these independent pockets of music popping up all over the place. So SoundCloud is a wonderful place for artists to release some of their personal albums and sales, right? But they also have the option to do SoundCloud and have an actual degree, right? I mean an actual record.
Yeah, yeah.
Take a for reason. You want to take this?
Sure, yeah. Okay, so this is how that works out. So Mr. Lateef is letting you know that for all that they have and the options that the music and entertainment business have, or industry rather have, for artists to be able to upload, they still have a way to streamline a Soulja Boy into an actual record contract where he can garner more exposure to his music, correct?
Yeah, so
right.
There's still labels now that will, take all this new technology and streaming and kind of just guide you, especially if you already have like a little buzz, then they could take basically what you're doing and excel it.
Now, do DJs play off of streaming, or do they just buy the disc? I see some of them have the new disc and do the scratch. Do they stream? Do they?
Well, they have, DJs usually use their computers, Serato or whatever DJ platform that they would use to play the music.
I went to a karaoke, and he was playing everything from a computer. I did not see this guy spend any records. He did all of his karaoke from a laptop.
Yeah.
And you saw, and people, well, that's physical, that's the actual album service you can't do from a laptop. People, you better understand, yes, you can do service from a computer. They're teaching cosmetology right through this device, through this device. They're demonstrating all types of things. You can service a person through this platform. And if we lower the standards of education, the people who are making this law, they're not even on the platform. They're not. They might have an app where you can do what? Book an appointment. Customers, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When people come into a hair salon, they are looking for like a multi-tier type of situation. They want to know who else is good as you. I'm gonna just pass them to you. Who else is good as the Revis Design team? Who else has different products like the Revis Design team? They also want to know what type of education does the Revis Design team have. They also want to know what all the services does the Revis Design team have. They also want to know who is the Revis Design team associated with. You see what I'm saying? They also want to know where do they get their ingredients from. They also want to know how do we know that the ingredients are safe. They also want to know where do we complain about the stylist, okay? They also want to know where do I want to go if I want to become a cosmetologist myself. They also want to know what if I have a question in the middle of the night. They also want to know what do I do if my hair if it reverted the next day. They also wanted to know where can I park? You see what I'm saying? All of these things that I just said, guess where you can get them at? On your phone. You can get every single thing that I just said on your phone. And some hair salons don't even have phones. Someone said, is that a phone ringing in the background? I said, yeah. They said, don't no hair salon have a phone? I was like, oh, Lord.
How you say how they gonna call you for an appointment?
Through the phone. Apps. What's that called? Style Seat. I have no concept of Style Seat. Do you understand? Are you guys following what Mr. Lateef is saying? I'm using the music industry as an analogy because they rose to the occasion. I remember when Dr. Dre was hot on Napster. Do you remember that? Right. Dr. Dre came after Napster with a vengeance. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he put up the most money to hire the attorneys to shut Napster down, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But Dr. Dre was not feeling Napster. And what was the number one reason why the artist did not like Napster again?
Because it wasn't getting paid.
They wasn't getting paid. And so the digital platform found a way to get the artist paid because the public was like paid or free or whatever. I want this song. So did the digital platform also ignite the careers of older artists? You think? Did it bring it back? Like some old school artists get a chance to, get back into their careers?
Yeah, because some of the newer artists may sample or remake a song, and then next thing you know, the original song, people want to go back and find that original song. So now they're searching it on these streaming platforms, they're searching it on YouTube, they're trying to, download that music, so.
Yeah, I remember when Snoop Dogg did the It's a Doggy Dog World with the Dramatics. And then next thing you know, everybody wanted to know, who are the Dramatics? So to the point that Snoop Dogg put them in a video. Why? Because like he said, he sampled some of the music, and then the people on the internet wanted to know what was that beat, because you had parents saying, oh, that's just the Dramatics, he ain't did nothing new. And then the younger people wanted to know what? Who are the Dramatics? Black history, baby, coming to life where? Through the digital age, streaming, upload, MP3s, iPods. You see the progression? Where will the beauty industry fall into place with this? How can we meet the demands of our population? Do we want to make a big, big, big mistake like the music industry? No. If you've ever read Jim Collins' Good to Great, you know what he said in that book? Success leaves clues. And with that, I'm going to close our live feed. Please follow Mr. Latif at DJTRU on Instagram, 91, right?
Yeah, DJ True 91 on Instagram, and that's with an E. DJTRUE 91.
And then Friday, you're going to be where?
We're going to be at, where's my little flyer at?
I'll hold it up while you talk.
Chicago's home of chicken and waffles after the comedy show. And pretty much all day it's gonna be going. It's gonna be Valentine's Day. You're gonna be booed up.
DJ, what's his name again?
Some good food.
DJ, what's his name? Shawnee Mac?
DJ Candy Mac.
DJ Candy Mac.
And that's gonna be after 10. We're gonna have the DJ. We're also gonna have a live band between 7 and 10. So it's gonna be a lot going on. So
all right, so come down and join Mr. Latif before, during, and after the comedy show. I'm gonna be down there. Can you show my flyer? Can I get a little shameless look?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be down there with my flyer. And don't be throwing my flyer on the floor when I give it to you either. So I'm gonna be down there trying to beef up some attendance to my event. I would truly, truly, truly appreciate if you guys can share this video. This is a wonderful, wonderful discussion, and this is going to go down like this and more. So join me Saturday between 2 to 4 p.m. at the MLK branch of the Cleveland Public Library. The event is free. I will put the link in there. You are not required to have a library card to register. That was a glitch in the system, so we apologize for the confusion. Also, you can visit me on my YouTube channel. I'm also on Instagram. I also have a blog, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and you can find that at askladoshablogspot.com. I also have a podcast, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and it's on all the streaming, platforms. So you can check me out if you don't want to see me. You can always listen to me. Please visit protectmyprofession.com and sign 3 petitions to help save our profession for the beauty professionals here in the state of Ohio. We truly appreciate your advanced support. Remember to share the video. We have a lot of wonderful information. Mr. Latif, I can't find the words to thank you enough. And I wanted Mr. Latif to come and stay with me this morning to do this because I know he works in the music industry. How long have you worked in the music industry?
Over 20 years.
That's since I was born, you know, so I'm 19 years old. So he started his career 1 year after I was born. And so he can share, he had that information. He saw the transformation take place that went from albums to CDs, from CDs to...
From cassettes to
albums. From albums to cassettes. No, 8 tracks to...
Cassettes. Well, albums came first. So albums, 8 tracks, cassettes, CDs, to MP3s and DVDs, and now streaming and all these digital platforms.
You see that?
All your music. So now you can still buy music if you want to own it.
Can you get an 8 track?
I don't know if you can get an 8 track.
You can't get an 8 track. Can you get a
albums are the new wave. A lot of artists are putting their records, their music back on albums. You know, the quality.
And so you see that. You see what he's saying?
So everything
that
comes
they're
back
now
around.
Everything is coming back around. And the beauty industry is going to do that. We need to preserve that legacy of hairstyling, that coiffeuring, curling, straightening. People are going to bring back the cap. I guarantee you. Sherry, I know you're going to be like, please don't just say no. I promise you. They are going to bring back that frosting cap, and they're going to bring it back with the vengeance. They're going to bring back pompadours. They're going to bring back, Craniquinal curls. They're going to bring back finger waves that already came back. And in some instances, they never even left. They're going to bring back big hair. I'll be glad when they bring back big hair. They're going to bring back the flips. I'm telling you guys. But if we don't preserve the education of our industry, the powers that be, which are the chain salons, and those big corporations like Paul Mitchell, and I'm naming Paul Mitchell because I know that the school owner is supporting this House bill. So I'm not throwing shade on Paul Mitchell. I'm just letting you know that that school owner is supporting House Bill 399. I'm letting you know that Great Clips and what's that stuff? Best Cuts. They are supporting the PBA. They are supporting the companies that they hire to train their stylists. They are supporting. I am against House Bill 399 that lowers the standards of education and cosmetology and barbering. And we gave you the reasons. I had Mr. Latif come on to show you the music industry got their stuff together, and are artists still able to make millions with the technology?
Yeah.
I mean, are they balling in Paris?
Man, a lot more artists. I mean, I was surprised, but you're seeing a lot of new artists, new money,
New money.
Coming out the game
New money. And when you look at this, you have Senate Bill 235 talking about eliminating license and regulations for people who do natural hair. Did you see what won an Oscar? Did you not say you knew the guy who did the cartoon?
Yeah, shout out to my man Matthew Cherry.
Matthew Cherry, we love you. The Crown Act, we love you, because the society is saying diversity is where it is at. And diversity is where it's going to stay. People do not want to be classified in any capacity anymore. They're like, just call me. They like, who said, was it Houdini? I used to get angry and all uptight. You can say what you want to, just spell my name right. People are done with this stuff. And the beauty industry better get their act together, or else this digital platform is going to take this career and snatch it. And once they snatch this industry, once they snatch our jobs, I promise you, you will not get your job back. I promise you, because the public is saying we want something different from that beauty industry. We are tired of going to these hair salons and we're boxed in this cage. And how can we meet their needs? They're on social media. They're on the phones. They're on their smart devices, and they're looking not just for a salon. They're looking for more information. They're looking for more education. They're looking for how to, and you don't necessarily need to be in a physical place. And the Gay and Girl Skills Academy, located in the smallest country on the continent of Africa, is spearheading this industry all the way from the motherland. I say we get behind that school and we follow what those students and the staff are doing. They are making no excuses. America will categorize or classify the Gambia as a developing country. Oh, hell no. That country is beyond developing. They are using this platform to excel those students' education and reach the masses before they even step a foot off of that airplane. Those students are ready to service those tourists. Are any cosmetologists in Ohio ready to service somebody who step off the airplane? Nope. You want to know why? Because when they step off the airplane, they don't even know how to find us. They have no clue unless somebody says, Google the best hair salons, and that's going to be played out. That's not going to work, because you can buy that space. You can buy to be the #1 hair salon, and you may not even be one. I'm telling you, we better get this together. Please join and unite. I'm going to host an event the last Saturday of the month, inviting all cosmetologists to come together so that we can begin to, stamp this situation out. Google House Bill 399 to learn more about it. Don't just listen to me. Google Senate Bill 235. Don't just listen to me. Check it out for yourself. Kara's once said, what if you want to hear fresh rhyme? Go to the source. If you don't believe me, if you think I'm talking rhetoric, I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. But go check this out yourself, and I promise you, you might say, you know what? I think they're onto something. And a lot of states they're lowering theirs. I think Georgia, you're up next. They're coming after your license too. All right? So Atlanta, y'all better get ready. All right? Okay, so Mr. Latif, anything else? We done. Come get that chicken.
Yeah.
Come get that fish.
Yeah, just see you this weekend.
See you this
Friday,
weekend.
Friday at Chicago Chicken and Waffle.
I will
Saturday
be there.
at the library.
I will be there with my
MLK
flag.
branch. Come get this knowledge.
I will be there. It's going down. Yo, G, it's humping and jumping like 2000. Bye, everybody. We're talking about a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, and a whole lot of hair. And if you ain't got no hair, to do what? Just rub your little bald head, all right? Don't forget to share the video. Thanks, guys. We appreciate y'all's support.
Peace.